So we know we got this whole new woke going around and all that stuff where everything is woke. And now, what was the most wokest thing you guys ever seen? Where it was like you just watched it and you go, "Oh, come on now! Like, this is just too much."
Where they're basically forcing the
They're forcing the agenda. They're forcing
the wokeness on you.
Yes, and they're forcing you to accept what their belief is. With me, I'll go first. Mine, actually, it started out as a movie in the 90s, and then in 2022, they turned it into a series.
Okay.
And I never watched a movie in the 90s, but my girl was like, "Hey, can we watch the series?" I'm like, "Well, I haven't watched the series, so we gotta watch the movie before we do the series."
So what was the movie?
The Best Man. Now, when I watched The Best Man, I was like, okay, I get the premise. They're all successful and things happen behind the scenes and there are four friends. Like, I'm a sucker for anything that involves four friends or a group of guys that find success in their own way. I'm a sucker for it.
Yeah.
So I watched it. I enjoyed it. I watched the second one, Best Man's Holiday. I was like, okay, I see it wasn't woke. It was just, alright, it was okay. Then I get to the series. Peacock announced we're going to do The Best Man, the final chapter. Everyone together for the last time.
Right.
And I was like, so my girl, she's like, let's watch it, babe. So I'm like, alright, let's give it a try. If you watch the first 2 episodes,
jeez.
That's the movie. That's literally The Best Man Part 3. Every episode 3 through 8 after that was nothing but straight up black men ain't this, black men ain't that. Y'all don't know how to lead your families. Literally everything about that show, that series just tore down what the other series, the movies like established. Because it's like, the movies made it okay to be a successful black man that has businesses and stuff like that. All of them set out in art, business, sports, and family. They all have that field, and they thrived in it. And it was like, those episodes just tore everything about it down. And like, for example, it was Terrence Howard's character. He had a problem with his health. Yeah. And like his health, it was like he had a heart attack, and all of a sudden they go, "Oh, y'all don't know, like taking care of your health. So such and such. I can't remember the other guy. It was another guy. I couldn't remember him. He was married to Regina Hall, and he couldn't stand up to a white woman in front of his kids. So now all of a sudden it's, oh, you're oppressed and you won't defend your family in front of white people. You're afraid to defend your family. But the 2 that really stood out, that's when I was like, yo, this is an agenda. And it's funny, as me and my girl are watching it, I'm literally explaining to her what's going on. And she's like, but it's good. Because it's like, when you're into watching movies and stuff like that, you can peep wokeness. They don't. They just look for entertainment. But it's like, you can peep wokeness.
That's because they are in that era of wokeness anyway, so they don't pay it no mind.
Yes, because it's empowering women. Because that's what the whole series was doing too. It was flipping the script and empowering their wives rather than
that's what they do with all the shows now.
Yep.
It's a wonder they don't have a two and a half women yet.
Don't put
it out there in the
metaverse, because they will 2.5 women. But these 2, it was like, this was so infuriating. Morris Chestnut's character, he had a son,
right,
that didn't identify as a son.
See, there you go.
Right off the bat, because I'm like, and I told my girl, I said, it's either one or two things. I told my girl, I'm like, either he wants to be a woman or he's sleeping with Nia Long. Because he had some heels in his bag. And I'm like, either he's sleeping with Nia Long or he wants to be a woman.
He's undercover-ish.
And I'm like, and she's like, what? No. It's like, no. She was in denial. I'm like, watch it. Next thing you know, he comes sashaying in with makeup, and I am such and such. He said his new name, and He's like, yeah, and he's like, I'm me now. This is the real me. And Nia Long was like, okay, I see you. And it's like, right then and there, it's like, now they're showing that, oh, a woman can accept it, why can't men? And with his, and then what ended up happening was he got so bold with his character that when Morris Chestnut finally found out, he goes, well, Dad, everyone else accepts me, so you're going to have to too. And Morris Chestnut, he's like, the heck if I am? If you in my house, you my son. And here's what was frustrating me about the show. They wrote their men as logical. Like the men, every response they had was so logical. But then they'll throw emotion in there. Like, I'm going to Tay Diggs' character. The thing with him was his wife literally destroyed the family. She straight up destroyed the family because she got jealous of his success. They won't say it like that. They'll say, oh, she just wants what's best for... No, she destroyed that family in that show. And she goes, and she likes to, she was the type where she liked to invest in things, but if it doesn't go her way, she pulls out. So Tay Diggs, his character was like, well, sweetie, you're losing money. He's like, I get it, like, all right, it's not, but I'm paying for this. It's my money, so they were in therapy because, like I said, she was destroying the family. He decided to go to therapy. She goes, you don't believe in anything I do. Every time I suggest something, you don't support it. And it's like, she goes, I wanted this restaurant and you would not fund it. And he goes, because the last 3 projects that I funded, you quit and we lost money. So you're like, so it's like, that's logical. Like, if you keep investing in stuff and the person's costing you money, don't invest into it.
Right.
Don't, like, just tell that person, like, no, not this time. You know, the therapist then goes, so you're saying you don't believe in your wife. So right off the bat, every time they wrote the man logical,
they did.
They come around and flip it. And it was like, that show, it was so infuriating that I was so mad that I said, now I'm going to watch this to the end. Because there has to be a come to Jesus moment where they understand. No. You know what happens? Tay Diggs and his wife, and I love her. What's her name? Sanam Latan? Love and Basketball.
Yeah.
I can never get her name right. I love her. Like, I love her.
Yeah, she is.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the fact that they wrote her character, everything about her character was to destroy the family. Mm-hmm. She goes, he divorced. She wants a divorce. He gives her a divorce. She tells him, oh, I just want the house so our daughter can such and such. So he goes, all right, well, I'll get a new house. You can have this house. She then goes, well, I want to get back to our roots. So I sold the house, and me and your daughter, we're going to move to Africa now. He's like, that wasn't in the agreement. Well, she needs to know about her heritage. What? That tore the family apart. Even the daughter said, Mom, I don't want to go.
You could go to the library.
Then she goes, baby, you'll thank me later. And I'm like, okay, we're on episode 8. There has to be a come to Jesus moment.
No, it's not.
No, here's what the come to Jesus moment. She FaceTimes Tay Diggs and says, oh, hey, turn around. I got a surprise for you. It's the daughter from Africa. And all the issues, all they did was solve it with a dance movie. Like a dance off at the end. They're all dancing and screaming at the end. I'm like, no, what? She destroyed the family. Like, she literally destroyed their family.
And she got tired of the daughter and sent her ass back. That's basically what happened.
Yes, but it's like, I'm like, yo, this, like, everything that the best man, even though it's a cheesy, black cinema.
It was supposed to be cheesy. It was men.
It was a cheesy black cinema.
It was men.
They took it and destroyed that just because I walked away defeated. And my girl was like, you didn't like it? I'm like, no. It was like everything that those men built was destroyed on the simple fact of lazy writing or trying to empower.
And that's kind of like what, society tried to do to men anyway, is to make us feel less of ourselves.
Yeah.
And keep us, if you're a man, you're not shit. And that's not the way it's supposed to be. Not that anybody's supposed to be like, but I mean, you can't be happier with who you are.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what society, cinema, all that. I mean, that's what they're doing.
And here's another thing that happened. I'm back to Morris Chestnut's character. Like I said, his son wanted to be non-binary. So he tells his son, all right, how about this then? I'm the breadwinner. This is my house. As long as you're in my house, you are my son. You want to do whatever you want to do because he was using his dad's money to be a she. So he's like, all right, well, you want to do that? You're cut off. Like, you're not using my money to support this.
But still treated him like
you treat him like an adult.
Treated him like his kid.
His kid. It's like, okay, well, you want to be this. Use your own money to do it.
Man, boy, girl, not. You gotta get your old damn job, Dad.
You're gonna, if you want to support this, do it on your own dime.
Yeah.
You know what he says? I wish it was mom that died, I wish it was mom that lived and not you, because the mom dies in the second one. So he says, I wish it was you that died and not mom. So here's what Morris Chestnut does. Later on, because his son is hurt, so he goes to the church and he asks God, what is wrong with me? I'm like, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing is wrong with you. You set boundaries, and it's like, no, don't you even my girl, she's like, calm down, it's just a movie. No, I know what they're doing. I see it. You don't. But
they're ruining a good movie.
It wasn't good.
They're ruining.
Okay.
They're trying to make men look like a lesser.
Yeah.
The fact that he had to stand in front of a church and say, God, why am I wrong for not accepting what's not what God doesn't even accept?
Exactly.
According to the Bible, he doesn't accept that. So now you're standing in the church saying, God, what's wrong with me? And then this where I actually had to take a break from it.
Oh God!
Because I said I'm going to see this through, but I gotta watch this in increments now. So his son runs away. They run away, and they go, well, we know somebody who might find him, who might know where he is. So he comes. So they go to this person's house, and all of the person's parents are sitting down. Morris Chestnut is sitting down. Nia Long is sitting down. And they all look up to the heavens. They literally did a camera angle where they all look up.
Oh God!
And like some she to he transgender walked up. I'm like, who is this? Like above them, on the high horse, walks up and goes, how can I help? So then he goes, I'm trying to find my son. The transgender goes, what is that? I don't know. He goes, I need help finding my son. Is that what your son is? Is it your son? Is it really your son? Or is it something else that you just don't want to say? And he's like, can you please just help? He just came out, the trans just came out to sing Condescending, talking down to Morris Chestnut. And I'm like, it was frustrating because if it was me, I would just be like, never mind, forget it. I don't need you. I'll just go. If you're going to talk to me like this, I'm literally trying to find a missing person. And you're trying to lecture me on pronouns? Get out of my face. Get out of here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yes, that was the wokest thing I've ever seen. And it still infuriates me to this day. Like, and when I try to talk to people about it, they're the first thing they say is, well, why did you watch The Best Man in the first place? We all knew that was cheesy.
Because we watch cheesy movies sometimes.
I was just doing it for my girl. But like I said, entertainment knows that your spouse or whoever, women, children, they don't see the message.
No, because they like to see drama and bunch of crap anyway.
Not just drama, they like animation, like even with kids. They like animation and stuff like that. So, because I remember seeing, this doesn't count, but I remember seeing something on Jurassic Park where not Jurassic Park, it was like a Jurassic something series for kids. And somebody goes, well, I am this, but I identify as, it's like, come on now, the kids.
Yeah, they're even throwing it in the cartoons now. Yeah, that's just stupid. Don't do that.
But what about you guys? Either of you, what's the wokest thing you've ever watched where you're like...
Oh, the wokest thing I've watched?
Where you're like, you didn't cut it off. You finished it just because. But you were like, this is some BS.
Oh, I watched one series and I was, one episode and I was over it.
What was that?
The Connors.
The Connors. So
I watched
not Roseanne.
No.
The Connors. Okay.
Connors.
Okay.
Exactly.
This was literally when they said they gave Roseanne the boot.
Yes. This is right after they gave Roseanne the boot and they renamed the whole thing. Like I said, I'm not one of those ones, but y'all immediately forced us to accept the fact that her son is not sure what he identified as, but he dressed as a boy girl and he whatever. But y'all forced us to watch that. Y'all forced us for no reason. Y'all could have just at least warmed it up to us. At least give us a few episodes. Or something.
That's the.
They just
Yeah, that's
why
the
is he
thing.
dressed like that? Like,
That's the thing with me though.
never watch another episode again.
I know acceptance is out there.
Yeah, it's
Or
there.
not,
accept
I know
it, but
you
don't
know
force
it's
it
out
on
there,
me.
but if they just tell a good story,
Yes.
we can overlook it. They don't
Yes.
tell a story. They preach to you.
Don't force it on you. Don't.
What was
force it.
your like as you're watching it? What was your thought process?
Yeah, I was just basically just like, wow, like y'all really force us into watching. You going way too far with the whole wokeness. Like, again, you could have fed us into it a little bit. Like the '90s show did it. I mean, you obviously clearly see that the little Chinese boy or the Vietnamese or whatever the group ethnic he is. Yeah, him. We could tell he was a little, but they waited a while to actually, you know.
But see, here's where they lose logic. Now that you said the '90s show,
Yeah.
I think back to the '90s. We still didn't tolerate that in the '90s.
No.
So you're trying to make it seem like, oh, the '90s was so accepting. No, it wasn't.
No.
It was like people were in the closet in the '90s.
Yeah, but this one like
Now they're trying to say they've always been accepting around that time.
Now I watched all of the series of that when it came out. Like I said, they gradually put you into that to realize that he's gay. Cool. You're not forcing it on us like immediately. Like you're not. Oh, we're just doing this because we need to be woke because we need to be out there for the new woke millennial kids or whatever it is. Y'all got to keep your ratings up, so you got to whatever it is that y'all do to get everybody else to want to watch your shit. So you just make everything about
inclusive, like everything is so isn't it like,
right. So you just make everything about we're just going to change up all the crap that we used to watch back in the '90s, and we're just going to immediately wake the crap out of it.
But that's why I said last time we talked about cable streaming. That's why I said I don't like streaming too much now, because now it's like they're allowed to force an agenda.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, if you don't watch it, oh well, that's on you. What they just force that agenda, and you can watch in the trailer, like they're preaching again.
Yeah, it's like immediately as soon as you watch the trailer, it's like, all right, no, don't even want to watch it, because you already see there's too much shit going on that we're not used to watching in movies.
But see, here's how the best man suckered us. They showed the first 2 episodes in the trailer. Like they didn't show anything else but the first 2 episodes. So I'm like, oh, okay. If they're on the island for the whole 8 episodes, but the moment that they left the island on episode 2 at the end, I'm like, babe, we in for a ride now. Yeah. And it's bad because I'm the type where it's like, I try to pick up because I'm so into like the cinematic world or stories and all that stuff.
Right.
I try to pick up on, all right, where y'all going with this?
Yeah.
And it was like, I didn't even know where we were going with the best man. So I'm like, it's not gonna be good. It is not gonna be good. But
no, it's terrible when you can actually see that. All right, this is just gonna be something I'm not gonna watch because you're already doing too much for not even to keep my attention. Like, no,
yeah, I mean that's just way like society pretty much is. They want to force it down. Hey, whatever you feel like you want to do.
That's you. That's cool.
Do you? If you want to dress up like a cat and be a cat out in the public eye,
cool.
That's fine. Just you don't have to force it down my throat.
Yeah.
That's not only TV shows and movies. It's commercials. I mean,
yes.
Well, you can't watch a commercial between episodes or between a show that doesn't have some kind of wokeness in it, whether it be
same-sex couples,
or
a white person and a black person with a bunch of kids, because whites and whites can't raise families, blacks and blacks can't raise families. So they have to be, Yep. But what about you, Sarge? Wokest BS you ever seen?
Pretty much anything that Disney has put out in the past 5 years.
Oh, oof. God, yes.
Yes.
Between probably even longer than that, but I mean, you go from Star Wars. With everything. When they started off with The Force Awakens.
And the moment she said the Force is female, you already knew what you were getting into.
Right. I mean, you go with any Marvel movies. I mean, everything. A good one is, I think we've talked about this before off camera, like the last Ant-Man movie.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Ant-Man. It's supposed to be. I mean, it's an Ant-Man movie, but the Wasp is doing.
No, here's the funny part. I thought about. I rewatched that, and I'm like, because Disney was mad at what's her name, Evangeline.
Yeah.
They were mad at her for some stuff she said about the vaccine. And it's funny how they still have to fit the agenda. She had practically no speaking lines.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came to beating the main villain, she was the one to do it. So it's like they still gotta, even if they're mad with the actress, they still gotta get that agenda in there. Ant-Man didn't beat Kang. She blasted him, and then she didn't even speak when she blasted him. She just did her hero pose. And it's like, yo, it's like y'all still, it's like, you still gotta squeeze that in there.
Yeah, I mean, you go from that, She-Hulk. I like the She-Hulk series. However, how is She-Hulk going to be stronger than the Hulk?
But also with She-Hulk with me, it wasn't woke. It was just corny.
It was, but I did not mind the show. I really didn't. I actually kind of like the show, but
It came off to me as
I'm a Hulk fan just because.
Yeah.
Growing up in the 70s, as a little boy, they had the Incredible Hulk series with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. Yeah. That was my stuff. But I mean, not only that. I mean, and you can even go one farther. You got Indiana Jones, the last Indiana Jones movie.
They actually had to reshoot that because they spoiled that he was supposed to die, and then they actually had. Did you see that though? He was supposed to die. Then everything that Indiana Jones ever did, because he was going to die in the past, she was going to, was it in Phoebe Waller-Bridge?
Yes.
She was going to pick up the mantle, and everything he did from Indiana Jones 1 till she's an old woman.
It would have been her.
She would have been the one redoing everything he did, so that it stays in history. Yeah. That was the plot, and when fans found that out, they're like,
they do that in a lot of
cartoons. And now they're getting ready to reboot it. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're right now they're in talks. They're coming up with the plan to reboot the franchise.
Because I think what's happening now is it's starting to dawn on them. I feel like they did try to be inclusive. Like they're like, okay, maybe there's an audience of fans that we didn't include, but let's include them. The problem was they automatically go, all right, well, we got to treat them like we treat the OG fans. We got to cater to them. And then I think they're starting to realize, like, oh gosh, these people are never happy.
You can't do that. I mean, that's just you can. Well, and we've talked about this too off camera. Is you don't have to change a character's in anything, character's sex, race, sexuality. You don't have to change that to be
right.
Make them popular. Just make new characters
or give a good story.
That's like when they came out with and it's just you're gonna make people angry.
Yeah.
Because Black Panther. Instead of
don't you get me started. I cannot stand Wakanda Forever.
And
I'm big on I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but
you're fine.
You just triggered me. I'm big on black men having a presence in cinema.
Yeah.
Wakanda Forever is the biggest. Wakanda Forever. Black Panther's good. Wakanda Forever is the biggest spit in the face to black men that you will ever see. Mm-hmm. The fact of, if you're a Black Panther fan, you automatically know, alright, T'Challa just doesn't die off screen. T'Challa is a boss. I literally have 2 anthology encyclopedias with all the Black Panther comics in it. From the first beginning when he dethroned the Fantastic Four all the way till I think it ended in 2020. Well, it's an encyclopedia. Black Panther, the way they did I get it. Chadwick Boseman died. I get it.
Recast it.
Recast. He said recast.
Don't just make his sister that. I mean, it's just like with Captain America. You make Sam Wilson Captain America. which he does become Captain America.
But Bucky was first.
How are you gonna just go just peruse right over top of him?
And
just because that's what they felt like they had to do.
And they gave Bucky more of a story than they gave Sam Wilson. Mm-hmm. Sam Wilson, yes, he was always, no pun intended, he was Captain America's wingman. But Bucky was the one that Captain America was breaking his neck for to get a redemption.
Right.
But Wakanda Forever, I said I would never watch that movie, but I said, you know what? Maybe I'm just going into it too hateful. Let me just.
No, you were right.
Let me just watch it.
I watched it. I did not like the movie. I like Namor's the character.
Namor, the character was good.
I did not like.
Dude, they repeated the story. How do you have? First you tell Shuri she's the key, then you tell Shuri, yeah, you're the key, but there's another key. There's two keys.
Right. Yeah, I mean, same. Really, we got the new Superman movie coming out. You want to really piss people off. They were going to, before that movie came out, J.J. Abrams was going to make a Superman movie, but Michael B. Jordan was going to be Superman.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
How are you going to have? Yes, there is a black Superman.
Yeah.
But it's not Clark Kent.
It's not Clark.
It was going to be Michael B. Jordan was going to be Clark Kent.
Yes, I remember that, and people were like, "What?" That's why it threw people off because it's like, and that's why I'm like, this is why I'm like, woke is like hurting things because the only reason we don't see Henry Cavill like we should now is because when the Me Too movement happened, he said, "Yo, you're kind of making it hard for men to just
be
men." Superman, they took that cape off him so fast, and that's what infuriates me about this whole new woke. Like this woke era, it's like it's either accept us or
we're just gonna force it on you. Anyway,
we're gonna force it,
and no matter what, they're gonna force it on you.
Yeah.
No matter what, I mean, you can't walk outside and go to the grocery store without having it forced upon you.
Right.
We can't. Oh, I just played. I'm playing the Spider-Man 2 game now. I finally started playing the video game. I'm playing Spider-Man 2. It was literally, and they know who to do this with. I played as Miles Morales because there's a story where you play as Miles Morales.
Right.
All of a sudden, I had to do a scene. I had to do a mission. It's strictly for him, not Peter Parker. If it was Peter Parker, I would have been like, okay. It's strictly where he has to help one guy invite another guy to homecoming. Oh, what the hell? And I'm like, and it's like, oh, and then you're like, all right, fine. But everything, they zoom in on them. Like, they're like, normally you can like move the camera angles around.
No, you get none of that.
No, the camera, the remote stops.
They give you this much.
And it's right on those two. And then he literally says, hey, Spider-Man, get down here and watch, because since you helped me out. I didn't help.
Yeah. I thought you were going somewhere else with that for a second. Spider-Man, get down here and
right.
But it was just strictly, and then of course they make
helping us get together.
But then of course they make Miles go, I'm just so happy for love. Good luck to both of you guys. No. But if they did it with Peter Parker, there would have been an outrage. And fans would have boycotted the game. So they know exactly. Here's the thing with woke. They know who to try it with.
You had and Loki kind of insinuated that he was bisexual.
Oh, I've been with a lot of dudes.
Yeah.
No, I've been with a lot of girls. And a lot of guys.
Yes.
It was like, you had to say that?
They also did it with, before, way back, it seems way back, but when I cannot remember which one it was, but James Bond. With it was like 3 movies ago.
Daniel Craig?
Yeah, Daniel Craig. When it had Mads Mikkelsen was the villain.
Yeah,
And
they insinuated that them two were together?
Yeah, what he insinuated, he was like, something about, when he's trying to torture him, but he's being real seductive about it, and he's got James Bond tied up, and he's talking to him right before he took the thing and smashed his nuts with the rope. But he says, I know you probably haven't been this close to the men. It wasn't. It was Javier Bardem. And he said, you might not have been this close to a man. He said, what makes you think I haven't been this close to a man?
And it's like they just
That's James Bond.
Like, really?
Sean Connery would never, ever.
No. And that's their thing. Then they go, oh, well, if you don't like it, then you're the problem, not us.
Yeah, you're homophobic, you're racist, you're transphobic, you're some kind of against their agenda, you're trying to be something.
But if you look at their like money numbers, it's like, yeah, okay, so if your money is obviously showing that
no,
it's not us.
It's not working.
Go woke, go broke.